Hey guys, welcome to another Flea Market Finds episode. This one in particular is another tool store, used tool store buy. In the last episode of the used tool store buys, I showed off a electronic Starrett depth caliper or depth gauge, and explained, at least I believe I explained that unfortunately it was defective. It wasn't working at the store, but I tried brand new batteries after I left the store and it still didn't work. So I brought it back, and he would have paid me, he would have given my money back, but I ended up buying more stuff. So let's lead off with the most expensive item here, which I tried to get him to swap me even for the return on the Starrett. But he had given me a discount on the Starrett, I think, to 70 or 75. I forget what I bought it for. So he wanted 90 for this, and but he had it for a few weeks now and had just been sitting there. So I was able to get him, I think, take 80 for this, and then I had the $70 credit for that Starrett. So I ended up basically giving him the defective Starrett back in $10 and getting this. This is a Tapmatic RX30 reversing tapping attachment. This one is capacity of M1.4 to M6 or 0 to 1/4 inch. So this is for extra small taps. As a matter of fact, the tap that's in there right now, without my glasses on, I can't even tell that that's a tap, except for the fact that when I feel it with my finger, I can feel it. It feels like a cat's tongue. That's how fine and tiny the threads are on there. I obviously wasn't able to test this in the store, but what I was able to do was I was able to see that when I rotated in this direction up here, that it is trying to turn this in that direction. And then if I pull this out, okay, which is the simulating retracting it, when I turn this in the same clockwise direction, it actually attempts to, it's trying to turn this backwards, which is exactly what's supposed to happen. The way the tapping head works is there's a clutch right here that you can set, okay, and you put this in the collet of your mill, and you tap the hole, you feed it down. When the tap reaches a certain amount of resistance or obstruction, the clutch will slip. When the clutch starts to slip, you raise the quill. Raising the quill will cause this to extend and will basically reverse the direction of the tap and back the tap out a little bit, and then you go back in again. So you can back in and back out and back in and back out quickly, and that's the principle behind these types of tapping heads. So as long as that reversing mechanism is working, I have no reason to believe that this isn't a good working tapping head. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep this. I do have another one of these Tapmatics that's a little bit different model, but it's for larger taps. I don't have anything for taps this small, but I don't know if I'm going to need anything. This would be, boy, I tell you, these kind of size holes, I don't foresee me drilling and tapping holes that size unless I get into something else that I wasn't planning on getting into, like maybe really, really fine model making, or I don't know, maybe even gunsmithing. Even that, it's kind of small, right? So one thing I'm not sure of is I'm not sure of how to be able to test the clutch here. But anyways, so that's the big purchase I made at the tool store, and it's nice that it also has the 2 wrenches. Okay, only the one collet. That's the main drawback here. Those collets are available. The main junk table in the center was, I think, 50 cents a piece. Found a couple of files that look like they might clean up okay. That one's kind of rusty. I don't really need any more files, but I forgot what the heck I pulled off the table. this I threw in because this is a transfer pump for oil. I threw this in just because I wanted to round it up to, I think, $2. So I forgot what the fourth item was. There was a used machinist toolbox there. I went through the machinist toolbox. I found this nice little cast iron precision ground parallel. Unmarked. I do believe it's completely unmarked. That, what's in here, which is what also appears to be a pair of parallels. These are marked. These are marked Alfred Lookman. Now, I've never heard of Alfred Lookman, so I'm wondering whether or not that is the guy's name who made these for himself. But what I find interesting about them is the fact that they are wrapped in this anti-corrosive oil-soaked paper, or this weird parchment stuff. And the way that that's written on there, it doesn't look like your traditional stamped in there kind of job. It's very professional looking. So I might have to check into this. This might be something, it might be actually professionally made. So I think I got, and this was in the toolbox too. And he actually said that I can have for free. He didn't have any value on this whatsoever, apparently. And what's in here, I don't think the box is marked. Yeah, the box isn't marked, but what's in here are a couple of, I don't know, are these pyrometers or are these thermometers? I don't know. These are the kind of big glass suckers that you tend to see in the laboratory or whatever. And I think actually they're more for, this one's working. You can see the mercury going up as I keep my finger on there. I think this is Celsius. Yeah, it is right there on the end there. This is Celsius. This goes up to 150 degrees Celsius. So I don't know whether or not that would have been used in any kind of a casting operation or something or what. And this one is in Fahrenheit by the looks of it. This appears to go... All right, so the weird thing about this one is it sure as hell looks like it goes 80 and then 200. That's clearly a 200 there. So I don't know if that's 180, 200, 220, 240. So that would be 260, 280. Yeah, and that's 400. Huh. So I don't know if there's any value on these, really. He certainly thought they were worthless because he gave them to me for free. Another, one of these pitch gauges that has the 3 arms on it. This one goes from 4 to 84, which is the same as the Starrett version of this. This one is not quite as clean as ones I've had in the past. And the only other issue with this one is it's missing one of the correct little thumb wheel tighteners here. Somebody just put a screw and a nut in there. I used a brass nut, which was a nice touch, but that's not correct. But I already actually got this sold. I got a local buyer who's supposed to be coming here tomorrow to pick this up. I didn't make a heck of a lot of money on it, but at least, and he knows to come by and pick this up and bring extra money because you never know what he might fall in love with. Oh, these are nice. Scored these for $5. These are Brown and Sharp model 815, North Kingston, Rhode Island. Inside calipers. Okay, they're in really nice shape, but I don't see a lot of these Brown and Sharp ones. I see a lot of the Starretts and other brands. So scooped those for $5. I thought that was a good deal. And this, more than likely, from the style of it and everything, these are a pair of Starretts. And I don't think these come marked with a number, so I'm wasting my time trying to find one. I got these for $5 also. Same drill on these. I'll go over and I'll look at my collection. And if I don't have this particular size in this style, I'll keep it. If it's a duplicate, I'll make sure that I keep the nicer pair of the two. These are in really clean condition. And send the other down the road. And the last item I bought at the tool store that day, which was, I think, a really good deal, for 15 bucks, I got this carbide tipped drill bit. So this has got a Morse taper. This particular one is made by, this appears to be an Acme, and it says number 212T-0003, and it says 3MT, so that's a number 3 Morse taper. All right, yeah, that makes sense. That looks like a, so that's a number 3 Morse taper. So this is really kind of a cool kind of drill bit, and it's got this carbide insert, and the other real bonus here is that taped to the side of it with this electrical tape is a box that contains, it appears to contain at least 2 more tips for this thing. Now, one of the other famous YouTube machine shop guys, I forgot who, I think it might be NYC CNC, is that, I apologize, I don't remember the name of his page, but I think I actually watched him use one of these and really tout the effectiveness of this kind of a drill bit. So I think this is a good deal for 15 bucks. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't even bother looking up to see what they're worth. Just figured for 15 bucks I'd take a chance. All right, so it's going to be a nice, quick, down and dirty and short episode this time. Once again, if you're not a subscriber and you like watching these kind of tool find videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Take care. Bye-bye.